Everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today we're going together solve the daily LeetCode problem. And so for our today problem, that is Alice and Bob playing the flower game. So this question is the mathematics question, and that is also the weekly contest. So for the weekly contest, we need some of the observations to like speed up or accelerate the problem. However, in here, like we have very nice, observation is that like the Alice, she always takes the first turn. So it means that like somehow like for any kind of the given n and m, so for each of the combination in here satisfy the condition, it must be the combination between the first and the second elements. The summation between them is a odd number. So yeah, so based on this one, we can come up with the strategies to enumerate through all of the possible cases. But I think it doesn't work because of the constraint in here, that is the power 10 of 5. So yeah, so in here it means that like if we iterate through all of the combinations, and then it will be overflowed. So it means that somehow like this one is a mathematics question, and somehow we need to find the closed form solution for it. So in here, like let's say that we always need we just have three cases. For example, like in here we are given n and m, right? Okay, so for the first case, m is odd and n is odd, right? We start with the even first, and n is even. And so what is the case for the m in here? So for the m, is like in here, that is the 6, for example. And then how many combinations? So in here, like how many evens number we have in this case? So the number of the evens number in here, that is the m divided by 2 even numbers, right? So that they are 2, 4, and 6. And how about the odd number? Is also like m by 2 odd numbers. So that is what? That is like this one should, yeah, m by 2, that is the 1, 3, and 5, right? Okay, so how about for the n? The n will share the same thing because it's also the even number. And then so in here, like we have n by 2 and even number, and so we also have the n by 2 odd numbers, right? So what is the result for it in this case? So it means that like we always fix the pair of x, y, right? Okay, so it means that this one or this one need to be an odd number. So for now, let's say that we have the m by 2 even number, and then we need here, right? We have m by 2 even number, and then we need to pick m by 2 odd numbers from the n. So here, like we have by the n by 2, and we plus the m by 2 with and multiply with n by 2 in here. So what does this mean? This means that our closed form solutions would be like m by n divided by 2. Okay, so another case is that like what if the m is even and the n is odd number, even n. So for now we will consider the odd, and odd first is odd number. Okay, so for now, let's say that that is the m. So for example, m, that is i.e. 5, for example. So how many cases we have for the even numbers? So in here, like the number of the even numbers, that is the m minus 1 by 2 even numbers, right? And then that is they are the 2 and the 4. And how many odd numbers we have? Odd numbers we have the m plus 1 divided by 2, right? Odd numbers. That is what? That is 1, 3, and 5. So here the m plus 1, for example, this one that will be 6, right? Divided by 2, that is the 3. Okay, so here like we have very similar things for the n, right? The n also, they have the n minus 1 divided by 2 even numbers, and yeah, and also the n plus 1 divided by 2 odd numbers. Okay, so here like what is the results for us in this case? So that is the m minus 1 divided by 2. Here like we pick the the even number first, and then like we combine them with the odd numbers. So that is the n plus 1 divided by 2, right? Divided by 2, and then we plus, because in here we have the m plus 1 divided by 2 odd number, and we multiply with the even number, that is the n minus 1 divided by 2, right? So this one will give us the result, that is the m by n minus 1 divided by 2. So here like we can see that like for the smallest case, and then we have never have the m and n which is equal to 1, because they are both the odd number. So the smallest combination is like 3 and 3, right? 3 and 3 is the smallest, because what if that is the 1 and 1? 1 and 3 is okay, is also okay. So yeah, so in here like because like we can fix the first one, and then we can have the second one, right? Yeah, so in here like we can see that like this is the smallest case, because like the m and n is interchangeable, because they are both just the name of the variable. Yeah, so we can see that like we also can simplify this one as the m by n divided by 2, right? Because we get the cell of the number of the floor of this number, and then we can give it the result. Because we are only interested in the integer value. Yeah, so that is the case for this one, and then we can have this one, right? In this case, we also can rewrite this one as the m by n divided by 2. Because of what? Because in here we can see that m and n is even, and then m and n they are divisible to 2, and then so somehow like we can rewrite this one as the like this, right? Or like this. Yeah, we have multiple ways to express in this way. However, like because they are like even number, so they are always divisible to 2, so we can write it in this way. It doesn't matter. Yeah, so the last case is that like m is even and n is odd, right? So in here like we can see that for the m, because so what if the m is even we have a consider in here, right? And then they have the m by 2 even number, and they also have the m by 2 odd numbers, right? So how about for the n? For the n in here, so we can have like they have these things, right? They have these things. Okay, so what is the final result? The final result in here, that is the m by 2 and by the n minus 1, right? Oh, plus 1 is okay. Divide by 2 plus m by 2 and by the n minus 1 divided by 2. So the result is still like the m by n divided by 2. And this one we also can rewrite it as the m by n. And here like they both divide by 2, right? Okay, so this is out of the screen. Yeah, so from these things, so we can see that the closed form solutions for us is just like the m by n and divided by 2 get the integer value. Yeah, so in here that is the things like, yeah, let's program it together. So we just need to return the m by n divided by 2. Okay, cool. So I think this is the optimal solution, because we can find the closed form solution for this. Yeah, so this pattern happened again and again, because like for any kind of the weekly contest, they always require us to find some kind of the observations and maybe just some idea to solve the problem directly without programming heavily. So yeah, so I think this is an interesting questions, and then somehow like I hope you enjoyed it. And if you like these videos, please give me a comment or like. If you can, please give me a subscribe to see and give me more motivations in the future to do more videos in the future for you guys. Yeah, again, thank you so much for watching my video and see you next time.